For me, Chris, there's something other than flesh and blood, as in flesh, blood and bone, breeding creature that's managed to evade detection in the UK, even worldwide. Let's just jump to America, USA, Alaska, where I'm talking about 525 square miles of moor and forest in UK for North Yorkshire National Park. We're talking thousands and thousands of miles, an expanse of it. But even then, the researchers, a lot of them, I mean, there's some brilliant researchers, by the way, but some of them are contradicting themselves. They're believing this is a flesh, blood and bone creature that's that's breeding and populating these areas. But then when the hunters say, aligned this thing up in crosshairs and shot it with a 30-yard 6 at a range that would drop a moose, and it stands looking at them. Once again, blunt way of saying it, but give your heads a shake. It's something other than a normal flesh and blood creature. When you look at the size, I don't know how many thousands of pounds, or probably 2,000 pound a moose weighs, and you've got the Kodiak bears. You've got all these animals that these weapons are capable of dropping at the ranges that these hunters are saying. And this thing that weighs a similar weight, I don't know, between 400 and 800 pound, depending on the height that people are describing, I suppose, from 7 foot and in some instances 11 and 12 foot tall. But this thing stands as though, I don't know, even though you shot it with a pellet gun. There's something else to them. Quite what, I don't know. I mean, obviously we've got as experts that are sat behind keyboards and looking at screens, and they'll tell you all day long what these things are, and they'll probably tell you they're from some planet up in space. But I really don't know. I don't class myself as an expert. All I do know, Chris, is that we've spoke to some brilliant witnesses who've got nothing to gain by telling me these accounts.